Alrighty, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have another Reddit thread and a Reddit post, and we're going to go over it. We're going to see what people have to say, and I'm going to give kind of my opinion of it, and it's a question that's asked a lot, and I don't know what that is in the background. I think that's an airplane. I don't know if you guys hear it. But, yeah, so we're going to go over this. I'm going to link this down below if you guys want to go check it out, say anything about it, upvote it, whatever you guys want to do. But let's get right into it. So, big question. A lot of people, almost like every single month now, every single like couple of weeks, they pretty much make one of these posts where it's like, haven't played Bannerlord in 6 months or 5 months or 4 months. Does it still feel super early access? How far along is it? Is it done? And stuff of that nature, right? So, I love Mount Blade and need a new game to play after playing RimWorld for 30 hours in the past 2 weeks. RimWorld's actually a very good game. I couldn't really get into it because it got really complicated really quick. Plus, I have to, keep up with this and other stuff, but it's a very interesting and cool game. Alright, I haven't played Bannerlord since May and was wondering if there was any big changes. Last time I played Bannerlord, I remember that was my biggest issue, was my kingdom system wasn't fully implemented yet. Just wondering if there has been any big developments. Alright, before I say what I have to say, let's see what other people have to say, right? So short answer, yes. Haven't played since April-ish. Recently got back into it. It feels more fleshed out to some degree, and performance is better, but there's still an obvious unfinished / unpolished feeling to it. Okay. Yes, still the same feeling. Okay. I think you should wait a little longer. There's good gradual progress, but not enough of it when comparing it to the game state in May. Okay. It will be good to go back and check out, but you won't be putting in hours like in RimWorld. I suggest finding some new mods for RimWorld and keeping the war crimes going. Okay. They made some changes, but it does not feel much different now to when early access was first released. The big thing they released are mod tools, though, which made a huge difference once the overhaul mods start to get released. Other than that, it's starting to become clear why it took so long for them to even release an early access game. I'm surprised they got this far, honestly. Okay. And let's read just this one as the last one. So it's definitely more playable than on release. It doesn't crash and is much smoother now in terms of gameplay. I'd say it lacks a lot, even compared to Warband. Progress has been slower than I hoped, with only major change being the modding tools. Lots of perks still don't work. Workshops are now useless. Forging still broken. Only bandits grind early and mid game. Most dialogue trees with nobles still disabled. I'm sure they will get there one day, but you're missing out. But you're not missing out on too much. Modders will probably end up finishing the game. Alrighty. So here's the best way I could put how the game is so far, right? And I don't really have a script for this. This is just going off the top of my head, of everything that I've, done to this point, right? So here's what it is. 6 months ago, I would say, when did this game come out? It came out 6 months ago. It came out a little bit more than 6 months ago. I think like 8 months ago, right around there. I would say, like this person stated, that it's much smoother now. It barely crashes. There's very specific crashes, and they usually get fixed in the hotfix. So it's much smoother now. Your frames shouldn't be as bad anymore. It's a much better experience in terms of performance and for your computer, right? Now, another thing is modding tools are finally released. So a huge part of the game and a huge part of Warband was modding tools. In terms of the tools, there's a lot of different mods being made currently, but they are not out. There's a co-op mod that's coming out, but that's going to be a long time. There's obviously all the overhaul mods that are currently being made. So yes, it's a big release, but they are still not out currently. There are obviously mods out, but not the huge overhaul mods that people are waiting on, right? Like all the different mashups of different things. Also, in terms of, let's just go down the list. So if you're looking for action, if you're looking for just, combat and just a lot of fights, the game has it. The game definitely has it. I think it's very fun regardless. Sieges, well, in terms of battles, it's there. The battles are very good in my opinion. Very smooth now. Very fun to play. First person was fixed too, so you can play in first person, and it's a lot better of an experience. Now in terms of sieges, they're still kind of broken. What's it called? The siege tower is still broken. Ladders still don't work always. The AI isn't always the smartest, but again, better performance. In terms of diplomacy, there's not much of it right now. There's not much stuff you can really do apart from just like what you could have done before. But they have fixed some stuff when it comes to clans, so clans will stay with you longer now. They won't just leave randomly. It's still the same old system where you have to go and kind of go through this speech check and then reload, which is kind of annoying. They still haven't fixed that. What else can I say about it? It's not really there's not much in terms of diplomacy in the game currently. Now, alliances and marriage. Currently, they have kind of enabled marriages to work for the AI, but you still can't really like marry off people in the game. You still can't make really alliances through marriage. You can't. Just in terms of alliances, there's not much you can really do. Reputation doesn't play a huge factor. It kind of does in the back end of the game, but it doesn't feel really worthy in the front end of the game. But you can, what's it called? Like I said before, clans will stay with you a little bit longer now, and the devs have explained how the system works, and I have explained in other videos how the system works. Where if there's not like a solid alliance, but like let's say if the clan is doing very good with you and also has let's say good money flow or good victories, they're gonna stay with you longer now. It's not just random when they're gonna leave. A big feature that's also coming up very, very soon in 1.5.6, which is the next beta patch we should receive, that has what's it called? Something that's going to help the game a lot. It has rebellions and also a lot of snowballing issues that are being fixed. And these snowballing issues should really pretty much, as the devs state, about 95% of all the snowballing issues should be fixed with that patch. And we have seen a big thread by a developer made where he states that, what do you call it? That's, sorry about that, I just got a text. But so the developer stated that what's it called? With the changes that he made, that a lot more kingdoms will stay for a lot longer. They won't just die out. It won't just be a whole Khazait's gonna roll over, or the Britannians are gonna roll over the whole map. So once that comes out, the game is going to be a lot more longer, in my opinion. What else? We have rebellions coming. That was also stated that was going to come. We don't know how it works exactly yet, but it is coming. In terms of other big content, feasts are still not there. What else? It does, in a way, it does feel like we kind of have like this shell of a game where it's like, it's good, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say it's a bad game, but it's just, in terms of like the content that's within, it's not there yet. But at the same time, that's not what the devs promised in this first, I want to say in this first, but like kind of like during this process, they did promise a lot of performance enhancements and stuff of that nature, and they have delivered on that. I don't know exactly when all these big content things are going to be dropping. Whenever they have something close to being done, they do state it. And like I stated, snowballing will be fixed and rebellions will be fixed very soon. Obviously, with the modding tools being released, I think what was it, like about a month ago, that will definitely help the game soon as well. But in terms of if you're looking for like diplomacy, alliances, and marriages, it's not there yet. If you're looking for just action, taking over, building up your clan, building up your kingdom, it's there. So it really all depends on what you're looking for exactly. I can't agree with the fact that it's not as finished as Warband now, but again, Warband is a finished game. It's had many years, it's had many DLCs, it's had many mods. So it's not this. You can compare it, but at the same time, it's not at the same spot. It would be good to compare a Warband to this game when it had the same amount of time to flourish into the game that it is, right? And yeah, I think that's the best way I can summarize it. I can make kind of a longer video where I kind of go over more points, but hopefully that did kind of help you guys kind of like figure out exactly if you want to get back into it or not. But yeah, there are key features missing, but at the same time, the features that are there I think are very solid, and they can build off it. The modders are obviously going to build off of it. So there it is. Hopefully that helped out. Let me know what you think. If that was informative, ask me any questions, any concerns, and like always, stay safe.